Let's take a look here. Wisconsin and Purdue tonight in college football. The little Big Ten action on Friday night seems pretty enthralling. Wisconsin comes in 2-1, having their 2 wins have both been by 21 points. They scored, they're averaging 36 and a half points per game in those wins. They lost on the road, remember, to Washington State as a 5.5 point favorite here, laying points again. This is, the line was as high as 7, so might not be getting the best price here at this point with Purdue. It feels like there is a lot of support on Purdue. Problem with this series is it's been all Wisconsin now. Have they done anything really to help themselves? They're 1-2. They've lost 2 games at home so far. They lost to Fresno State. I guess that's not terrible, but you don't want to be losing those type of games at home. And they gave up 39 points, 39-35. They also lost to Virginia Tech, 35-20. So those are questionable games, certainly in this one. Wisconsin has won 16 straight games against Purdue. Can we muster the courage to take Purdue in this one? They've also they've won and covered. Obviously, this is a pretty steady series. They play for a perpetual trophy. Wisconsin's won and covered each of the 8 trips here to West Lafayette. Won and covered. So now we really got to wind up some courage here if we're going to take Purdue in this one. I mean, that's the direction I want to go. It just feels like there's going to be plenty of volatility in this game. I think there will be plenty of scoring as well. And again, not even getting the best of the price. Why wouldn't it be a little bit higher if it went all the way up to 7? Now, when we were on the show, when we were on the opening line show, the opening moves on Sunday, it opened 4, went up quickly to 6.5, back to 7, up to 7, and now back down steadily here to 5.5. Steam was reported on Purdue and on the under. A show 54 on the screen there. That's pretty much where it's been. It opened 54.5, went down to 53.5, came back up to 54. Purdue is just woeful at home against the spread. More stats to go against Purdue. I'm just going to be on Purdue here in this one. I feel like I'll be in the minority. But Purdue 5-13 against the spread, last 17 at home, 10-15, last 25 in the Big Ten. So I don't have the stats to back on Purdue here, but I've got Thursday night football. Thomas is on Wisconsin. Hello to Matt D. And Thomas and I usually on the same. I would say, Thomas and I, we're on the same. Maybe we're on the same. Not tonight. I think Thomas and I are completely opposite here, it looks like. But we'll see. I'm saving one pick, but I do want to take Purdue here in this one against Wisconsin. Look, Purdue has to show it tonight. I mean, I'm not making a strong case necessarily for them, other than they got somewhat of a veteran offensive line. They got a transfer quarterback. Oh, Gerardo, nice to see you today. Already coming off some victories. Thomas had Georgia State. Yeah, Thomas had Georgia State against me yesterday. So that was one of my few losers that I had. And I admitted I was just like this game. I'm against everybody here. I'm just contrarian. I'm trusting this Steam down from 7 down to 5.5. Of course, privately, I'm going to have to bump it up, make sure I get a full touchdown at least. But on the show here, I can only take what I'm going to take, and I'm going to take the points here. And Look says maybe the over here for him. Last 4 in this series have gone over. So, all right. I'll take Purdue in this one. And We'll see on that total. I know this. I've seen handicappers up and down the internet so far on these college games. On this one, it's relatively split down the middle, which is interesting, right? Because again, everything kind of the signs point to Wisconsin still being strong enough. They own it. They absolutely own Purdue. And Purdue, there's nothing, but I'm kind of trusting the move here on this one. I'm trusting maybe some sharps. And the total, the handicappers are relatively split on the total as well. So, all right, enjoy that one. Big Ten. I want to say it's probably the featured game. You know, uh, there's no like knockout game on this card, I would say necessarily, but